Why are you nervous?
Heart beating a little bit. No, I'm just joking.
What are you nervous about?
I don't know, man. I'm just a nervous person. I don't like really being on camera. I like to be behind the camera.
I could just put the audio out only. If
What's
that
up,
works.
No. I gotta break my
Okay. Huh? Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On the Come Up with KG. And today I am here with, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
My name is Tim Ugo. Clothing brand owner of A World of. That's pretty much it.
That's all?
I'm in IT. Pretty simple person. I don't really do too much.
Okay. Where are you from? Are you from Dallas?
So I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, but I'm originally, both of my parents were born in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. I came here. My dad came here with a college scholarship, and that's how he got here. And then he brought my mom over, and then we've been there. I've been living here ever since, though.
What school did your dad go to?
He went to, it's called Parkway now, but it was Bishop College when he went.
It was in Dallas?
It was in Oak Cliff.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Bishop Arts, okay. And where did you go to college?
I went to Houston Baptist University, where I graduated. So I have a long story. I went from, I was playing soccer. I went from having like all the Division I's out of high school, and then ended up having 0 because of grades. So I had to like hustle and work my way up. So I went to junior college, did that for 2 years, ended up getting some offers, and I just said whichever one chooses me first, that's the one I'm gonna go to. Ended up going to school in New York. Didn't like it. Yeah.
How long were you in New York?
8 months, not really a year, but 8 months. So
you really didn't like it.
Yeah, I ain't like it at all.
Why?
I like warm weather.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was cold. I was always ashy. You know, I was always ashy, and then
you ain't keep no Vaseline on you?
I mean, I don't like the way
oil?
Vaseline feels on me.
Why?
I'm ashy right now.
I got the biggest thing of Vaseline in my. You want some?
I think I need some Vaseline. Boy, be staying dry.
We gotta cut the interview so you can moisturize. I don't think they're gonna know this.
No, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay, so New York, you wasn't messing with New York.
Yeah.
Come back to Dallas?
No, I moved to Houston, and that's where I graduated from Houston Baptist. I was there for 2 years, and then I graduated, and then we moved to Germany.
Germany? Oh, wait, you just skipped the whole. Okay, you went to Houston.
Yeah.
You graduated.
Yeah.
And then you and your family moved to Germany.
No, just me. So before I even graduated college, technically, I had a trial to go try out in Germany, and then
to play
soccer. Yeah,
okay.
To play soccer in Germany. I was supposed to just try out for 2 weeks and then come back, and then they were like, this was during COVID when it was at its peak, like in September-ish of 2020. Mm-hmm. So they were like, I was just supposed to try out and then come back, but they were like, bro, who are you? And then they kept me there, and then I did all my classes from Germany and graduated in Germany and stayed there.
So when you went to college, you went to play football? I
played soccer. Yeah, football, yeah.
Look at me.
I played soccer in college, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you like. That was your main reason for going to school?
That was my main reason for going to school, main reason for living at the time.
Okay.
Everything was soccer until about a year ago. So.
Okay, and then the goal obviously was to play professionally.
Yeah, right. So like I did that for a little bit in Germany, and I didn't work out like how I wanted to. I kept getting hurt. Funny thing is, the coach noticed that I kept coming back before I was good. Healed.
Okay.
And the reason why I kept coming back is because I was like, I'm a waste of space without soccer. So, yeah.
So I interviewed somebody, I think it was like maybe my second or third interview, and he was playing professional basketball, and he kind of had the same thing. So what's that all about?
Like, what do you mean by that?
So I noticed with a lot of athletes, it's like they center their whole worth around whatever sport they play.
Yeah.
And then it's like when things don't work out or something happens, life happens, it's like their entire universe comes crashing down.
So with me, it was soccer since the day I was like, since about 4 years old. That's all I knew. It's all I loved. I love all sports, but I always go play soccer. Like I was the type of guy that used to like find any little rectangle and that was a goal. So I used to just kick balls, kick paper balls. I used to just set up anywhere. So just imagine you doing that since you're 4 and then just comes to an end, you know? And then even when you're greeting people, you're like, they're like, hey, Tim, how's soccer? They don't ever say, hey, Tim, how are you? You know what I mean? Everybody's like associates you. Whenever they see you, they think of your sport. They don't really think of you as a person. So it's hard to let that go. It's literally hard to let that go because it's been a part of your life. It's taken so much of your life. It's gotten you into places that you wouldn't even have thought you could get into because you knew how to kick a ball or you knew how to dribble a ball or you knew how to shoot a ball. You know what I mean?
So when did you stop playing soccer and why?
I stopped playing soccer last year. Well, yeah, last year. I came back and I had other places to go. I was living in Germany. I came back, had other places to go, but I was just scared to give it up, even though deep down I kind of wanted to, but I was just scared. So I gave it up in December for officially. That was the last time no, that wasn't the last time, but that was one of the last times someone reached out and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But the reason why is because I was so scared of how it would look like if I didn't play soccer. So I was like, I'm going to take a leap and try to not play soccer because that's how I defined my world. And I didn't want to be just a one-dimensional person, you know what I mean? So I just really wanted to prove to myself really that I was more than a soccer player. So that's the real reason I quit. Just taking a risk on myself, man. And I know that I was crazy about soccer. I don't think you understand. Like I was working out 3 times a day. I was watching soccer videos. Everything was, I would lock myself away from like going out with my friends. Everything I did was for soccer. Like if you were speaking to me, it was about soccer. So like it was like a shock to my family because they were like, "You're quitting soccer? Are you okay? Like who are you? You know what I mean?" They thought it was my friends trying to influence me or but it wasn't. It was me trying to take a risk of myself because the reason why I put so much into soccer was because I felt like that was all I had. That was all I had going for me. So it was either quit now and try to focus on being something now or in the future when I'm 30, 32, try to figure out something then. So I was like, let me just go ahead and take a risk on myself now while I was young. And I was 25 when I gave it up. I'm 26 now. I turned 26 October. So.
Okay. So how was it? What was the realization that you just didn't care to play soccer anymore? Like what was that moment like?
I knew I didn't really deep down want to play soccer anymore after when I was in Germany and the coaches used to say, okay, let's go to practice. And I deep down did not want to. Like, I was just like, I don't even want to look at these German people. I don't even want to look at these people anymore, man. So, and another reason why I quit is because I was putting my identity into soccer in a way of if I did good, I could speak to people. If I did bad, I'm not worthy enough to speak to people. So like every time I was doing bad, I would lock myself away and just say, okay, I'm not worthy enough to speak to people. And I'm down, so he's not gonna like me because I'm not doing good on the field. So I'm not worthy enough to speak to people. And people used to be like, bro, Tim, what's wrong? Like they thought I was being standoffish and like I was too good. But deep down, I felt like I'm not good enough to speak to you because I wasn't doing good in soccer. And that's when I knew, okay, I need to find some way to break that. And the only way that I could figure out how to break it was leaving it alone.
Because it almost became like you were idolizing it.
Exactly. And that's not something you should idolize.
That's scary. I see. So soccer is done. What's next? What do you do now?
So I recently got into tech. So in just the IT world, the IT auditing, and I first started off sales and then maneuvered into that, just trying to get my certifications and things like that. But and working on my brand. So I started a brand for mental health for that reason. It's called World of, got a little
Okay.
something on. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I missed. I was gonna ask, like, I know a lot of people, because, like you said, if you revolve your whole entire world with the hopes that what you're gonna do with the rest of your life is play this specific sport, and then reality hits that that's not what's gonna happen. I know that depression is crucial. So what is that like? Because naturally, I'm just not a competitive person. So I never really like cared for sports or anything. Like, I'm not competitive in any shape or form. I just don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't get it, but I understand, like, some people really are competitive in sports, you know. So I can only imagine if it's something that you thought you were going to do your whole life, and then it's not that, like, how dark things can get.
For me, let me just say this, because excuse me, I don't want to just like answer for like, I'm gonna answer that for me. For me, I was always a person, well, my Nigerian background, it was a person to hide your feelings. So I didn't know how to express it. My father passed when I was 15, and all the men and my uncles and the people that were Igbo, and they were just telling me they all used to come and stay in my house and just sleep there and stuff like that. Before my mom went back to Nigeria, they were telling me, "You're a man, you can't cry." You know what I mean? They were telling me, "You're a man, you gotta take care of your mom now." I was 15. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, like I'm technically 14, but I was turning 15 that next month. But I was like, bro, what are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? And like,
You're a man now.
yeah,
You're a real man.
you are the man of the house now. You are the man. You know what I mean? So like, I was just like, and I didn't really know what was going on. I knew my father had just passed away, but I really didn't know what was going on. So I was always taught to hide my emotions. So just even when I moved, like my mom moved back from Nigeria for a little bit, and I moved in with my coach. I feel like I can't cry in front of them. I can't express who I am in front of them.
Right.
So I would always pour it into something else. And my thing was soccer. So that year, I couldn't pass my classes, but every single time I stepped on that soccer field, I was phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like, I had the second most goals on the team. Everybody else had 25 games. I have 6. You know what I mean? I only played 6 games that year. But I was phenomenal. But that was the way that I poured my emotion. That's what I poured my emotion into soccer. So fast forwarding into giving up soccer, I ain't had nowhere to pour my emotions. So I was always angry, punching things. My mom would say something, I'd just go off. You know what I mean? So I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't fall into this like depression of not doing anything. I fell into dumping my pain into different people.
Gotcha.
So I was in a relationship at the time, and I was pain dumping into her. You know what I mean? Like, just flipping switch, getting mad for no reason. Some things I was like, bro, why the heck am I even getting mad at that?
Yeah.
So I just didn't know how to deal with emotion. So one thing that helped was I went to a friend invited me to this church group. It was called Two or More. Changed my life. Just start expressing my feelings to a group of men. I was like, I'm still that way, kind of. I was like, I'm finna sit in a circle and talk about my feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell that to a lot of people, bro. I was like, what I look like sitting in a circle talking about my feelings? But I saw a lot of brothers going through what I was going through, but in a different way, if you get what I mean. So I was like, okay, just try to talk about something. And when I said something, it helped the next brother out.
Right.
And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? This is good for me. So that was one of the ways. And I saw that what I was doing to my family as well, when I was going off, yelling, I was like, bro, I'm not doing nothing. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I gotta go to these things like Two or More, and then also find a way to get busy, because the more I get busy and pour it into something productive, the better I feel. So that's what I did. Those are the two ways that I dealt with it. So.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember I met somebody when I first moved to Dallas, and I think he was playing professional basketball, and then the team had let him go, and he was just out at the club all the time, drinking all the time, women, all this, all that. And you can just see it. Like, you can just see in somebody's face, like, you are not happy. You are not satisfied.
I feel sorry for those people that are actually putting their all into it and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. I get that 100%.
Like, that will destroy a person.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt like was destroying me, because I put everybody was like, bro, you would literally work out for 6 hours straight, not just like lifting weights, but doing different activities, working out for 6 hours straight. And that, people was like, bro, what are you doing? You're not even gaining anything out of that at that point, you know what I mean? But I was just insane. Yeah, I was insane about the sport, because I was pouring everything I had in it, because that's all I thought I was. That's all I thought I ever could be, you know what I mean? So
how has that reality changed
now?
Yeah.
Man, let me say, I feel like I can defeat anything. You know what I mean? Because I felt like now that I faced that, I'm like, okay, what can I do? You know what I mean? I was just like, I feel like I can't be anything without soccer. You know what? Let me kick soccer to the side and let me take a risk on myself. And now that I feel like I'm getting more and more successful, like started a brand, you know what I mean? I've gotten certifications, I've gotten a better jobs, and all in the matter of a year.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, dang, bro, I did this in a year. So I'm just like, what can stop me? You know what I mean? So like, that's what my brand is about, facing your mental barriers. Overcoming all mental barriers. And a lot of people have things that they go through, but they don't want to face it.
Yeah.
But if they see, like, say if an athlete is watching this right now and they see me, they're like, oh, I'm gonna take that risk. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do that. You know what I mean? Or anyone, they see me and they see inspiration out of it, they can take that risk and do whatever they feel is stopping them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what my brand is about. So that's the real reason I started the brand. But now I feel unstoppable, bro, and I want other people to feel unstoppable through my brand.
And what's the name? What's the name of the brand?
My brand is called World Of. It's a start to a sentence you must complete, because you define the world. So you define the world with whatever you make it. There's a quote by Henry Ford that says, "If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't."
Right.
So you define the world, bro. Like, you genuinely define the world. So
I think it's an important conversation, because just a lot of specifically young black men are given very few options for success, sports being one of them. And I can see how that like just causes a lot of issues in the community, realizing maybe you don't even like sports that much, but it's just like, this is my only way out. So you know, have you seen that? This is kind of off topic, but have you seen that documentary called BS High?
Who?
BS High.
No.
It's on HBO, and it's about the guy, I don't even remember his name, but he started a fake football team. And they ended up playing on ESPN against IMG. And when they played on ESPN, people realized this is a fake high school, because they were trash. Like, they were getting tossed, they were sharing helmets, they were getting injured, they didn't have any trainers. And this was all televised. And so he has a documentary on HBO Max, like, talking about how he got to that point. And it's very interesting, because one, it sucks for the young men, because they thought that they were having like a really good opportunity, but they were enrolled at a fake school for what, a year, 2 years?
How are you enrolled and you're not going to classes?
That's beyond me. They weren't going to class. They didn't have a school. There was no building. They were just playing football.
What?
You gotta watch it. It's the craziest
I definitely gotta watch that.
But how he got away with this,
okay,
and he's still out of jail to tell the story. Hey, he scammed these kids. He had them taking out PPP loans and all types of stuff to pay tuition for a school that didn't exist. Had evictions in their names from hotels, all types of nonsense.
Whoa.
But anyway, the quarterback at the end of this school, he ended up going to Grambling, which is where I went. Well, he didn't go to Grambling. He got accepted into Grambling.
Okay.
And then they realized he went to a fake school and didn't have credit, so they pulled his offer.
Wow.
And, like, in the documentary, he was talking about how upset that made him and how he was crying and how he just felt like his life was over. And a lot of the kids were saying how, like, the coach ruined their lives. So that's just, and it just sucked, because he prides specifically on poor black kids.
Exactly.
Like he says in the documentary, I went to the poorest, messed up neighborhood I could find and was giving them a motivational speech and recruited them because most of them were homeless. Most of them families didn't care about them. They didn't have nothing else going on.
Yeah.
So I sold them an opportunity.
Yeah.
And just wasted 2 years of their lives, basically.
I feel that. Like, even growing up, I grew up in Oak Cliff, born and raised there. So, like, I ain't grow up, like, you know what I mean? Like, bad or anything. Like, I ain't finna even, oh, you from Oak Cliff? Nah, I ain't from that. I ain't like that.
Yeah.
I grew up, I was born, raised in Woodtown. I mean, but I understand what goes on, but like my mom is Nigerian, she allowed me to do all that.
Right.
But I understand, because seeing people that grew up in my neighborhood, literally everybody that I played with growing up went to like it's no joke. Like they were all went to jail, and they just didn't see anything outside of that. And just seeing that was like, that's crazy. So I was at least privileged to see that I had more options than that. But what was crazy was I fell into the sports. You know what I mean? So like I was like,
you were the one who was
the sports. So like I can see how. I mean, if it was a real opportunity, I wouldn't be mad at him. You know what I mean? Giving the kids hope.
that's what. But the thing is, like when you watch, I watched it a couple times because I'm just like, I cannot believe this. And the thing is, the guy had the right idea, and he had the work ethic. Obviously, he made it to get these kids on ESPN, and he had the things, but he was in so much in a rush that he skipped so many steps and like just blew it basically. Like he was just so much in a rush, and he let ego get the best of him. It was one of those things where it's like the things weren't working out, and you probably should have just said, okay, let me hold off. But you were so emotionally invested and ego driven that you just kept going and made a mess.
That is true. You gotta learn how to deal with your emotions. That's a huge thing. But
and ego, and shed your ego. Sometimes it's just, maybe it's not a no, but just not right now. And he wasn't having that.
I feel you. I feel you on that. I mean, but think about this: when you're working on something, you do get emotionally invested.
Oh, for sure.
Like, especially like this brand. Let's say the world blows up, and it's a huge brand. I'm gonna get emotionally invested into it. You know what I mean? Things that I love, I go hard for. I'm a hard lover. Like everything that I love hard for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's something that I have to learn personally, is how to not put too much of my emotions into things, friends, family, brand, because I over obsess. You know what I mean? And I did it with soccer.
Yeah.
So I tend to do that with dang near everything that I'm invested in. So I think I'm the same way, because even with this podcast, like I'm very protective and emotional about it. And I obsessed over the small details. I obsess over who's coming, who's not, because people ask all the time, can I come? And respectfully, no, you can't. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You cannot come. But I get it. Like I get when you find something that you're genuinely passionate about, and God really shows you that vision and like what it can look like, it's hard to just not try to take control. I think that's what it is. It's like, let God, he showed it to you, let him work it out. Sometimes we want to jump ahead of ourselves and try to control every little thing and obsess over every little thing and feel like it's really us. Because I've been saying this the last couple episodes, where it's hard to differentiate whether you're extending yourself grace or being too lax. Like, am I working hard enough, or am I not? Am I working too hard? Yes. And that's my problem.
Yeah.
That, especially when I just put my all into things, and I don't know how to manage it. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you're saying is truthful. I tried to control everything.
Yeah.
I tried to control my journey with soccer. I tried to control my journey with being in Germany. Everything I tried to control. Everybody, you did good. Oh, I didn't do good enough. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, bro, what you're doing, what you're like, you're actually No, it's not looking, you know what I mean?
I'm hard on myself too. I remember when I first started the podcast, because I was having so much fun with it. And I remember somebody kept telling me, like, you work so hard on this podcast. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I got offended that he said that. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't work hard.
Exactly.
And he's like, what do you mean? Like, you take the time? I'm like, nah. Like, maybe I'm not working hard enough.
Exactly.
But.
Because I think because we see where we could be.
Yeah.
And then also we I don't want to say we compare ourselves to other, but we see how other people are more efficient, how other people are more productive, and we're like, oh shoot, I'm slacking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you're like, okay, I can step it up in this way, this way, this way. But we're not remembering when we look behind and we see all those people that are trying to get to where we're at. So they're like, bro, you're working hard. You know, you work probably like 4 or 5 hours a day on your podcast, or 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? Some people work 3-4 hours a month on their podcast.
That's true.
So they look at you and they're like, dang, bro, you really doing it. And you like, no, I'm not, because you're looking at the next man. But I feel like we shouldn't compare ourselves to the person that's above us, but we should always see them and see where we can get better.
It, yeah.
Exactly.
But like I mentioned earlier, it's not even, I don't have a competitive spirit. So it's not even that I'm looking for competition with, but for me, it's like, it's about feeling. So I compare hard work as to being strenuous. So something that makes me tired, like something's like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm over it. So when people say I'm working hard, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm working hard. I'm having fun. Like, this is fun. I don't think I'm working hard. So I think that's where it comes from. Like, I'm not competitive. I'm like, it's just me and my podcast, and I'm having fun, and where it goes, and where it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not looking at this person, looking at that. Anybody who knows me knows I do not have a competitive spirit whatsoever. So, but it's still about intention. How do you say that? Intentionality. It's still about being intentional. It's still about being intentional and like making sure that I don't wear myself down or get tired. That's why before I had somebody doing the full production of the podcast. So they were filming, they were editing, and I was just hosting. I was just getting it, and I loved it. I was like, okay, like I'm popping. I loved it. And then when that relationship didn't work out, I was like, I don't know if I can continue to do the podcast because I don't want to be the editor. I don't want to do the production. I don't want to do all that. It's going to take away. It's going to make me feel like I'm working too hard. And then the podcast is not going to be fun anymore. So that's like, I took a long break from doing the podcast because of that. But then I just never felt peace or settling about not doing the podcast. It was like something that's tugging on, like, you got to do it. You got to do it. No matter how many excuses I made, it's like, no, you got to do it. So now we're here, and now I'm doing everything.
Look at strong woman. Hey, strong, mighty woman.
And now I'm doing everything, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Okay.
It's more stressful, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
So I'm going to ask you a question on that. So, like, my brand. So what do you feel like? What was your past mental barriers, and what is your one mental barrier now? Like, let's just start with the past. Something that was holding you back, you feel?
From what? From doing the podcast?
Anything.
Or anything? Insecurity and not having a relationship with God. Probably the only things, because I don't think I recognized. It's like I knew who I was and I knew who I was capable of, but when I focused on being intentional about having a relationship with God, He amplified and made very clear of like the things that I kind of already knew about myself in ways that like there's no denying it. So me being in front of the camera and speaking and doing a podcast, anybody who knows me really, no, like that's not anything I would do. So the fact that I just was like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I did it, and I was really successful. My first time, like the first episode went viral. I was like, oh, okay. So I am a little bit creative. I am a little bit talented. I can speak to people and get my message across. Like those things started becoming amplified to me. And before I was just kind of insecure and was like, I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I know what I have to say is important. And I know somebody needs to hear it, but you know, just kind of playing small. I think I was just playing too small.
Dang, see, when you lean, I feel like when we lean into those things that we're scared of, we come out way more successful than we think. I think that's God is pushing us to those, pushing us in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like we just have to trust in Him. What we're trying, when we avoid that, I feel like we're trying to trust in ourselves.
Yeah, right.
And instead of just facing those battles, and that's what you just said was, man, I just leaned into my insecurities and I literally came out shining. You know what I mean?
And that's everything. Even me picking up the DJing thing, like, You can this is so funny because they released footage from the show I did last week, and you can I can see people. My friends said that they couldn't tell, but I can see I was so stressed out the whole time I was doing my set because I was just overstimulated. Like, I'm not a social person. Since I've been working this job, my social anxiety is way worse because I'm always in the house. So being out, basically performing in front of people, the music's loud, people are around me, I'm just overstimulated. Like, I don't know what I'm doing because I've never used that board before, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was so stressed. But it's like one thing that I said for the solo episode last week, for those who are keeping up, we can do hard things is a theme throughout this year. So
Oh, wow.
we can do hard things.
Yeah. But you were cutting it up, boy. Yeah, that video you posted over. I was like, hold on. So you want to, okay.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was live. That was live. I was like, bro, she DJ too? Like, what don't she
Yeah.
do?
What don't I do? I produce a podcast now, apparently. So if anybody wants to help me produce this podcast, be my guest.
I feel you on that.
Be my guest.
I need some people that produce as well because I want to do some things with the brand of people telling their story to inspire others.
I see.
really
That
do.
would be cool. I could see that.
Yeah, appreciate it. But there's another question. So yeah, there we go. What did you feel like is stopping you from the next level now? Like, what's your current mental barrier?
I would say discipline and consistency, but that's like a New Year's resolution. I've been doing really good on that so far. So as long as I keep it up.
Keep it up.
I said I was going to film, I was going to shoot and put out an episode every week for 6 months. This is week 3. So we're doing well. And I'm supposed to shoot another interview tomorrow. We're going to see how
You gonna do it?
I feel about that.
You gonna do
We
it?
might have to push that to next week. But yeah, I think that's about it. What about you?
Me right now or in the past? I told you my
Both.
past.
Well, yeah, you told me the past. So
Yeah, right now I say mental barriers is one. I don't like being. People think I like being in front of the camera. I don't like being in front. I'm just loud and goofy. But like when you put that camera on me, I'm kind of like. So one, just accepting being in front of a camera, and something that I feel like is big is time management. I do so much. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm trying to do that. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know how to manage my time. So I just need to be a little bit more organized.
Gotcha.
And I feel like once I learn how to manage it all, become a little bit more organized, I'm gonna be a dog. Someone told me that today. They were like, bro, you got that dog in you. I was like, bro, I don't even know what that means, but thank you, bro. Yeah. He was like, bro, you got that dog in you, bro. You hustle, you grind, you this, you that. You got that dog in you. All you have to do is just learn how to manage it. I can see that cause like I got a dog in it, but it's a puppy right now. It's a little puppy, bro. Like, you know, little Rottweiler puppies. That's what I am right now, a little Rottweiler puppy, bro. Cause I don't really know how to manage it. And the more I mature and the better I get with it, I'm gonna learn how to, one, just manage my time, treat people better. I feel like sometimes I come off in the wrong way because I'm a little bit too busy. My mom sees it. She like, oh, you don't do this anymore? Why don't you do that? Because you know what I mean? And it sounds like it's an excuse. You get what I'm saying? But it's actually not. So sometimes when I learn how to manage my time, people will start seeing, you know what I mean? Like, I can just start treating people better, if you get what I mean.
So you think you burn yourself out?
Yes.
And then it comes off as like rudeness or
Yes. People, yeah.
or neglect or whatever.
Neglect, poor communication. Yeah, like stuff like
Gotcha.
that. So I think that's something that's really holding me back right now. And I feel like when I learn how to do it or minimize the things that I'm doing or pick what I need to do and just put the other things off to the future or I will accomplish it or just learn how to manage it all, I feel like it's going to unlock a different level.
I think prioritizing rest would be good. I prioritize rest over everything.
See?
I'm sorry. I can't. If I don't get enough sleep, I feel like if I'm doing something that's not allowing me enough sleep or like alone time, then it's not for me.
How much is enough sleep? 6, 7, 8?
8
hours?
to 12 hours.
Hey! 12!
I go to bed around 10 o'clock every night. 9:30, 9, I'm in the bed for sure. Unless we already make plans that we're doing something, I'm in the bed.
Sheesh, I need to be like you.
I might be in ready for bed by 7 p.m.
Sheesh.
My friend hit me up on Thursday to go to trivia. They're like,
What
you going to
she be
trivia?
doing?
I said, oh, it's. I said, what time is it? They said it's only 7. I said, oh shit, I'm in the bed.
I need to be like you.
So I prioritize rest over everything. If I don't sleep, I'm grumpy, I'm mean, and I feel like even if this podcast gets to a point where I feel like I'm not sleeping enough, can't be from God. He would not disturb my peace like that.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't disturb my peace like that.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't do that.
Wow.
He wouldn't do that. I just seen the interview with Shannon Sharp and
Cat Williams?
no, that was good, but not Cat Williams. Country Wayne. And he said something along those lines. He was like, if you're doing something that's depriving you of spending time with your family, spending time with people you love, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you're not eating enough, that can't be from God. Because how is he going to make you work that hard and you not even taking care of yourself or the people you love, you know? So
I feel you.
I feel that way 100%. I'm not overworking myself. I'm sorry.
So do you think, how can I say, do you think people can operate off of 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep?
Yeah, if that's for you, it's not for me.
So you think, yeah.
Yeah, I think people don't need as much sleep as certain people, for sure.
Okay.
I know people who only need about 3, 4 hours
3?
of sleep. Yeah. Me, you got it.
Shoot, my bad. I'm pressing buttons.
You good.
My bad. Okay, I'm good. Okay, good. My bad.
Yeah, me personally though, I'm not going for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get enough rest. Prioritizing rest.
Yeah,
There you
prioritize it. I think it's a big thing, and that's what I really want to start doing. Prioritizing rest and leaning into God more.
Yeah,
you know
same.
what I mean? I'll be like, man, I hate having that excuse of I've been too busy to pick up my Bible and read it. You know what I mean? I hate that, and it bothers me. I was telling Jovan the other day, I was like, I hate not being able just to pick my Bible up. And I feel like I keep making an excuse because it's an excuse.
Yeah.
It's an excuse. It's not like something that's valid. It's actually an excuse. I know I talk to him, you know what I mean? But whenever I'm asking him to show me signs for anything, I mean, he gonna show me through the Bible, you know what I mean? So I should definitely be picking it up more and reading it more than what I do. So
Me too. I need to do that too. I've been doing okay. I can do better. I feel like I can always do better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I can always do better. But what are your New Year's resolutions?
So I believe in pointing it into a direction. I don't like really saying, I'm gonna start doing this now. I don't really do that. I just put goals in front, so I don't say I'm gonna start going to the gym every day. I'm gonna start doing that. I do more things okay, I'm gonna set goals for myself, and I'm gonna just try to hit goals. I got 365 days to hit these goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't really like saying, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym 4 times a week now, and then 2 weeks later I'm going to the gym 4 times a week, and then I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dang it, I didn't do it this week, and I didn't get to it.
Now you're bad on yourself, guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like pointing it in the direction. So I need to go to the gym more. Okay, last year I went to the gym this much. Now I need to go to the gym more. So now I'm just gonna make sure I hit this number of times of going to the gym. You get what I'm saying? I told all my friends, I was like, there's 365 days. I want everybody in the gym at least 300 days out of 365 days.
300.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, I don't know how y'all gonna do it. I don't know what y'all gonna do.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Because I go 4 or 5 times a week, and I still be like.
I know it sounds crazy. Are they gonna do it? I don't know. I'm gonna try my hardest to do it, to be honest. But I'm gonna put a goal in that way and go that direction, rather than saying I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a week, every day.
Yeah, at this time. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So whenever I say 300 times, you know what I mean? Okay, this time I need to go 5 days out the week. Next week I'm busy. I can't go as much. So I'm just gonna do 3 days, but the next week I'm gonna make up for it and do 6. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like that's how I like to do my resolutions. But I would say a big goal was to get my one of my certifications, and I did. That was the first thing I did this year. So I was like, turn up. So that was one. 2 is starting a brand in a way where getting it out there. At first I just had a brand. Now it's getting it out there, letting it be known, getting my feet wet in the brand, clothing brand and mental health, you know what I mean, realm of things.
Yeah.
And letting people around Dallas know who I am as a brand, you know what I mean? So that's another thing. So.
I think you should definitely do those videos, like, as soon as possible. See, one thing is people sometimes ask me about getting started on stuff, and a lot of times people are trying to overplan, and I just be telling people, just do it. You have everything you already need. If you have a phone with a camera, then you got what you need.
Speak it.
And people will wait. Like, people are like, oh, well, I haven't put it out because I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to have this, No, you don't. You're making excuses and you're prolonging it.
Exactly.
Because everything that you think that you're planning for, I promise you, the first couple times or sometime within that frame, you're gonna fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get back up and do it again, because you're not gonna learn exactly what you do and do not do until you actually do it. Because what works for this person may not work for you.
You ain't never lied.
So you just gotta do it.
You ain't never lied. I feel that. I do. I understand that, and I do relate to that, because I was more so of a planner. You know what I mean? Bro, I've been working on this brand for 2 years.
I'm telling you.
Jovan found my page from 2021 of World of. He was like, he sent it to me. He was like, what is this? I said, oh, I thought that was gone, but like, nah, he found it. It was my old brand. Like, this is when I started working on it, and it was just me planning.
Yeah, this gotta
searching.
be.
Yeah,
I tell people, because people call me and be like, I want to do this, and I'll be like, all right, well, let me know when you actually do it, or when you're ready to do it. You selling me dreams, I'm not going.
Exactly. So
I'm not going for it.
That's really the next step. I just need to get it out there, get people knowing, get it going, get motion in the ocean. You hear me? But just like really like get it out there. That's a huge goal. I told Jovan this year, and Jovan, Trey, Dro, I speak to them dang near every day, but I told them this is the year of execution.
Do you have like a lot of inventory or just samples right now?
Samples. So not a lot of inventory. It took me a while to get the material that I did want, because I don't want to. I had this thing where it's quality clothing for a quality mind.
Sure.
So like, I really wanted to get the material right. I wanted to get just the way we screen print, the way everything right, because I didn't want to just put it out there and it's just trash. You know what I mean? Like, every detail is in this brand. Like I got patches on the back of the thing. I don't know if you see it. It allows you. It says World of. It allows you like just to fill it in. You don't have to fill it in with a marker, but you fill it in with yourself. And just tags on the sleeve of just telling what the brand is about. And at the end of this year, I'm gonna give like a percentage of what I make to a mental health foundation. So like every little detail, I put it in a business plan, and I just wanted to make sure I got that right. But right now, I was sampling. I've been sampling since for about 6 months, and now I finally found the materials that I want. So now I'm finna buy bulk, and we finna get things going, get things moving.
Yeah, I'm doing it's because I was asking, because I'm doing a gig this week or next weekend, and it's a pop-up shop. I know there's a couple of vendors that are going to be there. So that's all I was asking.
Oh, where is that?
It's in Denton. Kind of far. I know, it's kind of out the way. It's this guy I have on Instagram, he does I think like a party every week down there, and sometimes he'll do like events and stuff.
Dang.
So he's doing a pop-up shop. I know this one young lady, she does like yarn work. Like I don't know if it's crocheting exactly, but she makes like hats and beanies and bags and stuff like that. It looks really good.
That's what's up.
So
that's what's up. I mean, I think creative people are just like, dang, what goes on in their head?
I know,
You know
that's
what I
why
mean?
that's what this podcast is for. I be trying to pick the brains.
Yeah,
Because I think that's
it's
cool.
amazing. Like
Yeah.
to see the things that these people think of. It's just
Yeah.
like, bro, that is crazy.
And
How
may
did
come
you
to
manage?
life.
Exactly. How
That's
did you manage
crazy.
to think of that? Like, I love pop up shops. I can't wait to be in one. When I get, excuse me, when I get more inventory, I definitely gonna go to pop up shops
They
and
have-
just connect.
They have nice little market spots. So let's see the brand. Let's see what you got.
All right, so this is one shirt. Actually, you know, just feel the quality on it. Feel the quality. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Feel,
You got the patch.
yeah, what the brand.
stitching.
Yeah, what the brand means. What
World of is a start of a sentence you must complete because you define the world. Period.
Exactly. Exactly. You better tell these fools. No. But this is another patch. This goes on every single thing.
Here,
It's
try to
just
hold it up so we can zoom in or something. We're gonna see how
yeah.
good my editing skills are in this video.
But yeah, it's a patch. It's just saying world of, I'm so happy and grateful for, you know, just affirmations. An affirmation that you want. I am. For me, it'd be like world of. Because this is my world right now. This is the world I'm living in. I'm so happy and grateful for my jobs and the job that I have and being able to have a brand. My affirmation is I am strong. You know what I mean? I'm strong of who I am and I'm strongly grounded in God. There we go.
Gotcha.
And then my peace, my love, and what I'm conquering. So my peace, what brings me peace is podcasts and music. I love music. My love is my family. I will kill for my sisters. I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, and I'll kill for my brother. So, and then I'm conquering, and I'm still conquering, trying to overcome soccer. You know what I mean? So that's something. I have it on every single one. The patch don't look like, this is a sample, so the patch don't look like that on more. It looks like this. I don't know if you see this, but you see it?
Yeah, what's the difference?
The signature on there, and it says thank you at the bottom, and then
okay.
so but yeah, and then that's one, and then this is the next one.
Oh,
This
I like
is
that.
Yeah, this is front, and then this back. This is Nourish Your Mind.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, it's the Nourish Your Mind tee. If you desire mental growth, you must nourish your mind like you would nourish a flower.
Yes.
Yeah, so and then it has
That's such
the
a good
head
picture.
cut off. Yeah. So, and then this is the one that everybody in love with.
I love that one too.
Yeah, everybody want this little windbreaker. So, but yeah, these are the samples. It's the same thing, but this is the hoodie. I got it on. So this, and then it says "Define Your World" at the back. I don't know if you see that.
Why are you showing me? Show the camera.
Show the camera. My bad, cause I'm talking to you. But I'm talking
I
to
can
you.
see it. I'm right here.
But yeah, but it says "Define Your World" at the back, and then it has the affirmation patch. The affirmations patch is going my bad.
Okay.
The affirmation patch, you mean that's something that you feel in, you know what I mean? And
I
then
love this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like everything is gonna come right. The packaging is gonna be nice, you know what I mean? You're gonna get a contract to yourself, you know what I mean?
I love that.
It's a contract to yourself to promise to yourself. You know, we always make promises to others and we keep them, but the promises that we make to ourselves, we never keep them.
And those are the most important.
Exactly. So there's gonna be contracts to yourself. The packaging is gonna make everything gonna be nice, man. I really think it's a quality brand for a quality person. So, which
Yeah.
all of them? Oh my bad, I'm showing you. Hold on. Yeah.
See the back.
In the back with the
You
patch.
love that. I love this. I love that picture. You should make prints of that picture. I will put it right here.
Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. Hold on. This one's all wrinkled up, but it's alright.
My size. That looks like my size.
But yeah. But follow the brand WO
Yes, I'll put
Studios.
it in here somewhere. But anything else? We're about to wrap up. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Man, this is doper than I thought, man. I thought it was gonna be awkward. I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't even tell you anything. I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll get to it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, all I have to say is just people keep leaning into their fears. Lean into it. They're there for a reason. Mm-hmm. They're there for a reason. But I appreciate you for having me on, man. That's just really cool.
Of course.
This is inspiration. What you said, a few days ago? Was that last week? You sitting on the couch. You said something about you can be stuck in the past, so you can move forward. That was like, ooh, I had to repost that immediately. Repost it.
Very
Speak
true.
on.
You can struggle and be stuck where you are, or you can, work a little hard to get where you want to go. But both are going to be hard, so you choose your hard.
Choose
But we can do hard things.
Look at you. Wow, mighty woman. Hey.
But all right, guys, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next week on the Come Up with KG.